is the final whistle. Game 16. Leg 2. Liverpool are out. They are out of the Champions League. Out. Finished. Now, there's a lot of abuse online regarding Darwin Nunez. And it's uncalled for. You can have an opinion, but there's no need to diss the guy personally, go after his family personally. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. That's not what we do as Liverpool fans. We can't. We don't do that. You can criticize him about his football, which I will do in a minute. But there's no need to go after his family, his kids. That's where us as Liverpool fans should draw the line. We should draw the line. I don't like it. I don't like seeing it from our fan base. We are better than that. Liverpool Football Club are better than that. Our fans are better than that. But I will criticise Nunez. I will criticise Diaz. And I will criticise Curtis Jones. Those three players, for me, I will definitely criticise them three. But I'm not going to go after his family. Big up to Amfrab. I'm going to bring your chat up in a minute. Big up to Amfrab. I'll get you. I agree with that, by the way. I agree with what you just said there. But I'm going to talk about this video today. We're going to talk about it. And, yeah. The first person I'm going to bring up, for me, is Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez. I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it. I agree with everything what you just said there, Amfrab. Amfrab just put that up on the screen. I totally agree with that. 100% right there. Everything what Amfrab just said there, I agree. I agree. I am going to criticise Darwin Nunez. I will. Us as Liverpool fans who buy the merchandise, we buy the merchandise, we go to the games, we watch the games, we pay for Sky, we pay for whatever, yeah, to watch these mans play football. We are, us as fans, we can criticise players when they're not playing good. Now, Darwin Nunez came to Liverpool Football Club, yeah? We paid 85 million. It was actually 64 million, but included add-ons, it was 85 million. 85 million we paid for him. This guy was supposed to be the striker that we was looking for. This guy was supposed to be the next Bobby Firmino, which is, looking back at it now, it's just absolutely hilarious. He was supposed to be the next Bobby Firmino. And how many goals has he scored in the Premier League? 5 this season. He has scored 5 goals this season. And 7 goals in all competitions. You imagine that. We spent 85 million on a guy who was supposed to come in and win us the Champions League, win us the big honours. So Bobby Firmino walked. He said he had nothing left. He said to Klopp, he said, Klopp, listen, I got nothing left. I can't contribute to Liverpool Football Club anymore. So he left. A legend like Bobby Firmino, a legend like Bobby Firmino, and you know guarantee he's going to score goals week in and week out. Yeah? And we replaced him with Darwin Nunez. I knew as soon as Darwin Nunez stepped up to that penalty spot that he was going to miss it. I knew as soon as I saw him. You could see he was nervous. You could see the pressure was on him. You could see that he weren't up for it. He was not up for taking that penalty. I knew he was going to miss the penalty. And he did. So let's go on to the next one. Let's go on to Luis Diaz. Another player that I've been calling for 2 years that he was not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. And I know Amfrab in the chat room, he was saying the same thing as well. 2 years. He's got a nickname for him and Nunez, by the way. The South American Choco Brothers, which I totally agree as well. I actually call them Dumb and Dumber, but you couldn't actually call them the South American Choco Brothers, whatever you fancy. But I remember I went onto a chat room. I'm not going to say the channel, it's a big channel. I said last season that Diaz is not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. I said it very clear in clear English. Diaz is not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. I never forgave him when we was playing Manchester City last season. And again, when we played Manchester United in the Cup, the semi-final. Yeah, when Salah set him up for two sitters, and he skied it over the bar. I never forgave him for that. They're constantly missing goals. When he gets the ball, he doesn't know how to pass. He wants to do the dribble. And he discombobulates himself. He ends up tying himself up and he ends up getting nowhere. That's Luis Diaz. I said this in a big chat room and I got ridiculed. I got blasted by the keyboard warriors like this. And the keyboard warriors. I got blasted in the comment section because they said, you don't know what you're talking about. Diaz is a good footballer. You'll see. Lucha. That's all I heard. Lucha. And I said, he's not good enough for football club. I said, he's going to do good at the beginning of the season. And when it comes to the Christmas time, boom, he's going to go away. He's going to go away. And that's exactly what happened all this season. You play Diaz, you put him in the 9, he didn't get nowhere. Banana foot. You put him on the left, he still doesn't get nowhere. The only players for me, the front three that can hold their head up high is Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah. Amfrab, another thing he said yesterday on his channel. He said most of them front three owe their wages to Mo Salah. Because if it wasn't for Mo Salah, we probably wouldn't have even got this far. We have been crying out for a striker for 3 years. And the club stayed with Darwin Nunez. They thought he was the guy. Now, I'm not just going to criticize Darwin Nunez. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cody Gakpo's cold. I'm not including Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo's cold. I think if Cody Gakpo was fit Amfrab, yeah, and he played this game, I think it might have been a different game. Because at least Cody Gakpo knows where the net is. He knows where the net is. So, I'm going to bring in my coke. He's my partner in crime. Toto! Ah! Toto. Big up.
Big up, man.
Big up, bro. How you doing, bro?
Of course, gutted about yesterday. But again, that's part of being a Liverpool fan. Just being, gathering my thoughts around it. Had hours and hours of sleep. Could not sleep, but I've had hours and hours to think about it. And yeah, look, it's just simply we are not good enough to stay in the Champions League. We are simply not good enough. Our forward line needs a lot of talking to, a lot of conversations. I know we've had lots of conversations about this before, but they need a lot of conversations about this front. Like Diaz, of course, we'll get into it in a minute, but the one needs to hang their head down in shame. Diaz, Jota, Nunez, and Curtis Jones. What are they doing? Still doing at a football club? Especially Curtis Jones. What? And Diaz. The whole lot of them. What are they doing? Like, look, compare it to a City squad, right? Will Darwin get in front of Haaland? No. Will Diaz start in front of Doku or Foden? Definitely not. Will Curtis Jones start over Matheus Nunes?
No.
Or even Kovacic? Will he start over Kovacic? No, he wouldn't even start over Kovacic. So Jota, will he get into City starting 11? Don't think he will. Because they got Mamouche there. right?
We're going to have a conversation about Jota. Sorry for interrupting, Toto. We're going to have a conversation. What's your opinion on Diogo Jota?
I think.
What's your opinion on him?
He hasn't been clinical for quite some time now, Jota. Nowhere near the standards we need. We can't accept that many mistakes from him. And I want to comment on his work rate. His work rate is horrendous.
Yeah.
It is absolutely horrendous. If you compare him and Nunez has work rate over him. That's the only thing you can say about Nunez. You can't fault his work rate, yeah? But with Jota, what you can fault everything about him.
Yeah, he's lost it.
He can't finish. Not this season anyway. Can't finish. When he did have chances at some times, he skies them over. But there's no desire in him. There's nothing there. It's like there's no point even having a striker because it's just an absolute ghost. Jota all game against PSG, all game, right? He was just jogging around. He didn't even win the ball. I didn't even really see him on the ball once.
Yeah,
he's crap off the ball. And you could even say that he's crap on the ball as well. He's crap both on and off the ball. It's not good enough. When we need our gunman to score, there's no one there to, stand up and score.
Jota. Yeah. Let me tell you about Jota. At the beginning of the season, if you remember, because I think most of last season, he was injured. So I think the rest of most of last season, he came in this season. I think he'd done the pre-season. We started the season, and he wasn't that good anyway at the beginning of the season. And then he got injured, and then a lot of people said, "Oh, I can't wait for Jota to come back. I can't wait for Jota to come back." And I said, "Come back for what? He never done nothing when he was there. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?" I saw the signs of Jota, the decline of Jota, at the beginning of the season. I thought he's not the same guy. There's only so many injuries. And there's only so many injuries, and how many times that you have time off to play FC24, for the Sweat Champions League, the Champ Leagues on the weekend. There's only so much you can do that and get injured, and then when you come back to reality football, that he catches up with you, because he's not the youngest guy anymore, Jota. And yesterday when he played, I've noticed after 10-15 minutes, he looked like he blew up. He looked like he was out of breath. He looked old. He looked haggard. And maybe this is actually, I know, this is the decline of Diogo Jota. So I was thinking that we need a striker. I think we need two strikers. I'm saying that we need two strikers now, not one, two. That's what I think. If I'm from again. If Salah ain't stepping up and Gakpo's injured, who's actually stepping up? Yeah, fact. The squad needs massive work in the summer. They look gassed, man. Yeah, they do. They look gassed, and that goes to rotation as well. Look at what he said there. I'm from, you know what? G, bro. When you do another video, man, invite us both on, bro. We're here if you want us to come on, bro, yeah? Want us to come on your channel the next time, yeah? Talk about football. We're here, bro. You make me laugh. I swear, you, bro. You make me laugh because you're so real, yeah? This guy, Amfrab, by the way. When you're watching this on the replay, because a lot of people watch this on the replay, that's where we get most of our views and likes, innit?
Yeah.
If you're watching this, yeah, Amfrab, put your link in the chat, yeah? Put the link of your channel. This guy, Amfrab, is the realest, one of the realest Liverpool content creators you'll ever find. He will not hold back. That's why I like him. He won't hold back. He's real, and he's from over there as well. That makes it even better. You get me? This guy is real. He knows what he's talking about. He likes boxing. I like boxing. Oh yeah, I didn't know we like boxing though. I found out he likes boxing, didn't he? Because I do boxing as well. Amfrab. So you know what I mean? I like the boxing as well. So Amfrab, go subscribe to him. Brilliant content creator. So real and raw. Love it. He said the squad need massive work in the summer. They look gassed. Yeah, they're gassed. The only thing when I was watching that game yesterday, yeah. When I was watching that game yesterday, when Salah left the pitch, it looked like he was saying goodbye to the fans. Did you see when he was leaving? He was doing that. It looked like he was saying goodbye to the fans. What was your thoughts on that, Toto?
Yeah, I ain't saw Salah cry like that in a long, long time. And you can see that he gave it all for the club. If you think about all season, that Salah's just been giving it everything for the club. Let's look realistic. Yeah, I don't like giving this narrative that the only reason why we're here because of Salah. But you've got to put it out there. that Salah scored most of our goals. You know, if it weren't for Salah, right, most of them goals that scored wouldn't even went in. We wouldn't even have scored them goals this season. We've got to give Salah most of the credit here. He's our star player. He's the one who turns up for us consistently every year. This is what this club is missing: consistency. None of our players are consistent. Just none of
Van Dijk is.
No, none of our forward. I'm talking about forward players now.
Yeah. No, I know.
I mean, like Van Dijk consistent, Canales is consistent. You know, I don't really mind about them.
I think Gakpo is. That's it. When he's playing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Gakpo is improved so much.
I know.
But on to Salah, right? He's been our most consistent player, and we always rely on him to score. Even the players at some point, you know, when we were playing, how many times Diaz cut it back to Salah? How many times Szoboszlai cut it to Salah? Salah's got, if you probably look at his heat map, right, he's the one who's probably got the most touches on the ball. If you're into all stats and all that, if you're a stat man, if you're into stats and all that, yeah, Salah's probably got the most touches on the ball, because every single time we're in that game, right, we always cut it back to Salah. We can't. No, I think most of our players don't even trust themselves. They don't trust each other, the players, and this is our problem. It's exactly our problem. We can't keep relying on Salah all the time, because eventually he will leave. That's the sad reality.
I think he might leave. That yesterday, yeah, I was a bit worried.
That is a sad reality of things.
It's like he was saying goodbye. That's
the
what
way
it seemed like to me.
I know the fans clapped the fans, but the way he was clapping the fans, he was in tears. Yeah, I hope. I damn think. Please, Virgil, don't leave as well.
I think Virgil's gonna stay. I think that's one thing I could hold my hat on it and say, you know what? I think Virgil will stay, but I think Trent's out the door. I'm not sure about Salah now. But let's get onto this one. This is what Amfram said. Look, FIFA promos are more important than output on the pitch for Liverpool.
Sure, so
not acceptable bin this summer. He's regarding Jota. Thank you, Solo, mate. Get the hotel book for my year's standard, bro. I'm going. Can't wait. Yeah. So, look, we've done Curtis Jones. We're gonna do Curtis Jones. We can even talk about Szoboszlai as well. I don't think Curtis Jones is good enough for Liverpool either. That's standard. And we will criticise the manager as well. But I don't think Curtis Jones is good enough for a football club. Szoboszlai is like a tap on and off. You turn him off like a tap. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. We can't have that in the big games. It's all right doing that at the beginning of the season. We were playing scrubs like Luton and playing Bournemouth and South, you know, them kind of clubs. But when you're in the Champions League, when I was watching that game yesterday, I looked at their team and saw the quality that they had, yeah, the way they was playing. And then I looked at our team. I saw Curtis Jones. I suppose Gravenberch. Gravenberch is good. He's been brilliant this season. Gravenberch, he's been a diamond this season. I got nothing to say about Gravenberch. The only thing with Gravenberch is the manager's played him too much, and now the fatigue is kicking in, and you can see it on Gravenberch. You know what I mean? That's the only thing with Gravenberch. For me now, I'm going to start talking about the manager. Arnie Slot, yeah. You can start talking about the subs if you want, Toto. I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about anyway, about the subs. Why did you take off our 4 best penalty takers? Why? You took off Sobo. You took off McAllister. You know what? We even cussed Luis Diaz, but he's a penalty taker. Why take off Luis Diaz? You know, why take off McAllister? You know how cold McAllister is for penalties? He's our second best penalty taker. Salah, McAllister, then it's Sobo.
Yeah.
And then maybe Diaz. Yeah? You know it was going to penalties. I don't know why he was trying to win it in extra time. Usually when it goes extra time, it's most of the time penalties. You know, but why sub off our 4 best penalty takers, which are probably our only hope to win, to go through to the quarterfinals? Why? Especially McAllister. Why take off McAllister? He's probably our best penalty taker. Mm-hmm. Why? I just don't get.
I thought that was strange. I
don't get the sense. I don't get the sense. Like when Nunez and Jota sets up, I was thinking they're both missing.
Yeah.
Nunez is low on confidence. Jones is just. I know they're both not. Jones is low on confidence.
I totally agree with what you just said as well. So, I don't know what he was thinking. You know, Slot. I'm a big advocate of Slot. I'm a big supporter of Slot. I think he's the right guy for the job. Hopefully he gets back in the summer. But what was he doing? Making them subs yesterday. He must have knew this game was going into penalties. Okay, he must have knew the way it was going, and he took, like you just said, he took off our 3 best penalty takers: Szoboszlai, Diaz, and McAllister. They're 3 of our best penalty takers. He must have knew, and he took them off for what? He brought on Gakpo, who shouldn't have even been on the pitch. He's not even fit. Soon as Gakpo coming after 2 minutes, he was gassed up straight away. He weren't even supposed to be on the pitch. So they were bringing on Gakpo for what? What's Gakpo gonna do? Gakpo ain't gonna do nothing. He's not ready to play, but they put him on. So he was trying to get the game done in the injury time. It was never gonna happen. This game was always going to penalties. It was always going to penalties. If anything, when it hit extra time, when it went into extra time, yeah, the PSG looked better than us. We looked like we were struggling in extra time.
Yeah.
So he should have kept them players on and say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to D up, bring Endo in earlier. Yeah. And talking of Endo, right? Endo, right, has been a champion for Liverpool this season. He's been a champion. Now, why couldn't a slot, yeah, in the when we played Southampton, bottom of the league, yeah? Why didn't slot rotate more in that game? Why didn't you play Endo instead of Gravenberch? Why didn't you play Curtis Jones instead of Szoboszlai in the 10 against Southampton? Why couldn't you rotate more? And for me, if I knew it was going to penalties, yeah? If I knew it was going to go back to the point with the Arnie Slot thing, yeah? He should have knew it was going to penalties. You sub everybody off, all the best penalty takers, yeah? If you knew it was going to penalties, why didn't you sub Alisson and bring on Kelleher? Everybody knows when it comes to penalties that Kelleher is better than Alisson. Don't get me wrong, Alisson's the better keeper. We all know that. But when it comes to penalties, Kelleher is much better. The proof is in the pudding. Go and look at the stats. Go and look on your Sofa score. Go and look at all the websites that are all there. Kelleher in penalties is better than Alisson. So why couldn't you have Kelleher instead of Alisson? 5 minutes towards the end, you take off Alisson, bring on Kelleher. He should have got ready for the penalties, but he wasn't. He got caught out, and that was down to Slot. Don't get me wrong, the players let him down as well. Curtis Jones, Diaz, they all let him down. Curtis Jones, Diaz, Nunez, they all let him down. But, yeah, he should have. It was down to him. He's the manager. He's the strategist. He's on the line. He can see what's going on. They should have brought on Kelleher. Very simple. There's no excuses not to bring on Kelleher when you knew that it was going to penalties. Very simple. That's just my opinion.
You just know it was.
Hold on, you're gone.
Look, I just want to talk about.
I got a new name. Sorry.
I just want to talk about.
Can you see the chat, bro? You want to do the chat on your phone? Why don't you just get the chat on your phone?
Oh yeah. I got the chat here.
Okay.
A Rates Bear. I think you're quite new around here, so big up to
it's
you.
the same guy. It's Marco Corleone. He's changed his name.
Oh, is it? Oh,
That's what
okay.
he's saying, look.
Yeah.
Guys, Marco Corleone here. The name change. Big up.
Yeah, big up, man. Yesterday we can criticise Slot. I think a club team sends PSG out again. I don't really know about that, to be fair. I think Slot's tactics were good in that game. I just think the substitutions at the end weren't good, especially the penalty lineup.
Yeah,
I think the penalty lineup in the game, it should have been Virgil and Gakpo taking the penalties. It should be Salah first, of course. Our star player needs to step up, right? Yeah. Salah first, Gakpo second, and Virgil third. That's what it should have been.
I totally agree. What he should have done when it was 5 minutes, when about 10 minutes towards the end, when they had a little feeling it was going to penalties, what he should have done is brought Kelleher on instead of Alisson, and that's it. Endo should have come on earlier. I don't understand why, like I just said, I don't understand why we didn't rotate more in the Southampton game, bottom of the table Southampton. Why didn't we play our second team? Why did we only change 2 players in that game? I don't understand why he didn't rotate when he knew that PSG was round the corner on a Tuesday night. PSG, by the way, PSG in the French league, you know they rotated the whole team. You know, when they had their league game on Saturday, they rotated the whole team. So the team that was playing yesterday did not play for 1 week. But what did Arne Slot want to do? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the full team because we need to play the full team. I believe that we need to play the full team. Why do we need? They should have rested the players. But it is what it is. Look, Arne Slot, I'm glad he's my manager. Arne Slot's going to bring me the 20th league title. I love Arne Slot, don't get me wrong. And hopefully we get this cup game done on Sunday. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you have to criticise him when he gets stuff wrong. And I will criticise him. And Arne Slot got it wrong yesterday. Curtis Jones, not good enough for the football club. Darwin Nunez, not good enough for the football club. Very simple. Luis Diaz, not good enough for the football club. And please, Liverpool fans, stop chanting his name in the crowd. Why?
But they're still going to do it, aren't they?
Why? Why?
I only chant his name if he actually does something. You know what I'm saying? But it's just unbelievable. The only thing I want to come back to else is Curtis Jones' on the ball ability.
Who said that?
No, I just want to comment on it. You know, Curtis Jones' on ball ability is absolutely horrendous. When he was in that game, I thought he played for PSG. The amount of times he got the ball, it takes so long to release it. I don't know if he's fixing. Again, I'm not going to get into that. I don't know if he's fixing. I don't know if he's just naturally like that. But his football yesterday is not Premier League standard.
No,
it's like Italian,
Premier League, but not Liverpool standard.
It's like Italian standard. No disrespect to the Italian league, yeah.
Nah, don't disrespect the Italian.
No, I'm not disrespecting the Italian league, but you know how slow paced the Italian league is, yeah. Curtis Jones, how many times, yeah? How long can he hold on to that ball for before someone takes it off him? He had the ball, no one was pressing him, and as someone was pressing him, he could have released the ball to, I think it was Andy Robertson on the left. Yeah, he could have released the ball to Andy Robertson, or even Diaz for flip's sake. He could even release the ball to Andy Robertson. Robertson was right there, right? And he just kept holding on to the ball, and then the PSG defender got it off him. It's horrendous on the ball ability, and he loses the ball, right? And I think that's when Barcola went to the attack. Yeah. How many counter attacks, yeah, are started because of Curtis Jones did that game? When he came on, he had absolutely nothing to the team.
Right.
Absolutely nothing to the team. He subs on, jogs around, doesn't even make an interception, does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He weren't up for it at all. He's never ever up for these games. Yeah, the only two good DM, let's face it, McAllister and Gravenberch, and Endo. Endo
is a beast.
Why did we sub on Endo instead of Curtis Jones?
I don't know why he hasn't played more games this season, Endo.
Why is Curtis Jones even warrant 5 minutes?
I know.
It doesn't even warrant 10 seconds. The amount of times, yeah, he loses that ball.
This brother for a long time.
It's unbelievable. He's not good enough for the football club.
He's not good enough for Liverpool.
He wouldn't even start with a Kovacic at Man City. He wouldn't start with Mateus Nunes at Man City. And he definitely won't even start with a Rodri at Man City. He definitely won't even start there.
I'd rather take Rodri with an injury.
You have a broken leg and those people still play better.
Yeah. Put it this way, listen, at the end of the day, right, there's certain parts of our fan base, they ain't going to call out certain things because obviously they want to protect the brand. We know how this thing goes. We know how YouTube goes, but we're not going to do that on here. What we're going to do on here, we will not disrespect football players. We won't go after their families. We will not go after their personal, but we will go after their football ability. Because us as Liverpool fans, we pay into the system, we buy the tops, we go to the football matches, we drive up from south to north to go to these football matches, and we buy their merchandise. So we can critique their football. And that's it. We're not going to be disrespectful, but we are going to critique it. Curtis Jones is not good enough for football club. Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez at 85 million is not good enough for football club. He's been here for over 3 years. What you want, 5 years? You're going to see how it goes in 5 years' time and maybe give him a chance. Not good enough for our football club. Not being arrogant, just saying. Not good enough for our football club. Diaz, I got ridiculed in the comment section at the beginning of this season. I went into a lot of big YouTubers and I got ridiculed. I got blasted by keyboard warriors, and said to me, what you talking about? Diaz is world class. And I said, what? They said Diaz is world class. Really? What about last season? Remember the FA Cup game against Man United when he had 2 sitters? Boom, sky over the bar. When Salah put it on the plate. Remember when we played Man City? Again, sitters. What did he do? Nothing. When it gets to those crucial games, when we need Luis Diaz, he does not turn up. Because you know why he doesn't turn up? Because he's not a good player. Very simple. He's not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. And when he had probably one of the worst seasons last season, he came into the beginning of this season, started scoring a couple of goals, and there's all the fan base. I told you he was a good player. All right then, fair enough. As I see how it goes by Christmas. What happened at Christmas? Nothing. Runs, he looks good on the ball, he does a little dazzle with the ball, and what happens at the end of it? Zero, my hero. So this is what I think of Luis Diaz. Very simple. That's what I think of Luis Diaz. So Diaz is not good enough for the football club. Curtis Jones is not good enough for the football club. And Darwin Nunez is not good enough for the football club.
You know what?
I'm not going after the family. I'm not going personal. I'm just talking about the football ability. Sorry, Toto.
All 4 of them are going to stay next summer.
Nah, I don't think so. Nunez is out the door. 100%.
Yeah, probably Nunez, but the rest of them are going to stay. Let's face it.
Big up to Benjamin.
I'm being real.
Big up to Mr. Benjamin. Big up. Sorry for the loss yesterday. Liverpool will be back straight. Of course, bro. Of course. And I said to Toto on the WhatsApp messages a few months ago, I said, I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. I think we'll win the league and I think we'll win the Carabao Cup. But I don't think this team is good enough for the Champions League. I just thought we was going to go a little bit further, maybe to the quarterfinals, maybe. Do you guys prefer Harvey Elliott or Curtis? What do you prefer, Toto?
It's like a question, really, my opinion.
Simple. Which one do you prefer?
Elliott.
Same here. I prefer Elliott as well. Is Jota good enough? He's been woeful and has a pace has gone. Yeah. I don't think he's good enough. I think he's. I think at the beginning of this season, because last season he was off for a majority of the season with injuries and playing FIFA.
He's not good enough.
And what happens is at the beginning of the season he didn't really do anything. Then he got injured, and everybody was saying, you know what? I want Jota to come back. I can't wait for Jota to come back. And I said, really? Do you really want Jota to come back? Because before he got injured, he wasn't really doing anything.
I want Jota to get sold.
But as soon as the FIFA League comes, the FC25 League comes, the champs on the weekend, he can go to that one. But when it comes to playing for Liverpool, no. I think his legs have gone. Let's get back serious now. I think his legs have gone. I think he's finished. I saw him yesterday when he played yesterday, and the first 10 minutes he was gassed out. Completely, utterly gassed out. So I don't think he's good enough. I think he's gone. He's been a good servant for Liverpool when he has played, but I think he's finished. I think we need 2 strikers.
You know what?
Go on.
No, you know what I want to come on. The players are let Slot down. Slot's done so well this season, right? If he wins the Premier League, he's going to be a Liverpool legend.
Who?
Slot.
Oh yeah, of course. Slot.
You know what?
Made a lot of mistakes.
I can't believe it. Yeah, it's his first season at the club, and look how far he's taken us.
I know.
He's taken us to a cup final. He's taken us to win the Premier League. It took us to the round of 16 of the Champions League. Look what he's done, man. He's done absolutely amazing. He deserves all the credit he can get. Every credit he gets. Right. The players have let him down. Slot looks like he wants to. I don't know, yeah, but the way he's looking at Nunez, the way he's looking at Diaz, it's not a good sign.
They're not good. You don't fancy none of them.
I think he's getting irritated every time.
Oh, yeah, but,
I think every time when Nunez misses or Diaz does something wrong, you can see his face. He's just exhausted and he can't waste any energy with him.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. 100%. Slot's a genius. Big up. Amfrab said in the chat. Can you see the chat, Toto?
Yeah.
Amfrab said in the chat, Slot is a genius. These owners do not deserve him. Facts. Amfrab said too many bozos in the squad. They don't deserve him either. Facts. And then the bozos are 3 I just mentioned as well. Diaz's goal ratio, 1 goal in 14 out of 15 games, exactly. And people want to call him world class. I've got the screenshot somewhere when I got ridiculed. There was a big streamer, which I won't name, is a big massive streamer, and it was at the beginning of the season, and Diaz scored 1 or 2 goals, and I said, guys, you're forgetting about what he done last season, amount of goals that he missed, and how bad he was last season, and because he scored 2 goals, you want to say he's back. What about last season? And people said, nah, he's world class, and I said, he's not world class, bro. Because the world-class players turn up on the big games. And it's Toto. The big games, the world-class players turn up. So he's not world-class.
No, you're on about lots of times yesterday, Diaz or Nunez had a great chance to shoot and they were trying to pass. It's true. Diaz should have scored that chance when he was in front of goals. I don't know why is he trying to dazzle. There's no defenders by you. Yeah. You're 1-on-1 with the keeper, right? Why are you trying to dazzle? And then more defenders are going to come back, and then the chance is gone. Why are you trying to cut it back to Salah? Why are you trying to cut it back to Salah? When you're in front of goal, you've got to shoot that. You've got to shoot. What is he doing? Trying to flip in fake shot and do a little cut inside. Why? You're in front of goal to the keeper. Just shoot. If you get a corner, fair enough. You've made something of it. You know, I can't deal with him anymore. Diaz is probably the most frustrating player to watch. He's the most frustrating player to watch in this football. This whole season, this whole Premier League season, I don't know how many times I was angry at Diaz, even on these videos. I don't know how many times, I was just targeting Diaz and how much hatred I have because it's just shit. I wouldn't say hate is a strong word, right? But I don't like the way he plays. I don't like the way he plays. Like he loses the ball too much on the left wing. Don't get me wrong, he just try. Can't fault him for trying.
He's like a street soccer player, like a football player.
Yeah.
He's a street football player. He's a kind of be good playing on the street. You get me? With your friends on the street.
Yeah.
He's one of them kind of players. I just don't think he's good enough for Liverpool Football Club. He hogs the ball too much. He's got no end product. It's times when he's got the ball and he could shoot, but he'd rather turn a couple times and then lose the ball. That's Luis Diaz. So we're gonna get onto the player rating now. Guys, we've got 5 people watching. Can you please smack the like button? We've only got 3 likes. Can you please smack the like button, guys? We're on the road to 5K. We've got 4,222 subscribers. The road to 5K. No, the road to 5K. I want to thank everybody who's in the chat room. I want to thank Amfrab, Benjamin, Irate Bear, and that's formerly known as what was it? Marco Corleone, which I did like Marco Corleone, to be fair. Big up to Amfrab, big up to everybody who's coming along, man. Just smack that like button. We're gonna get onto the player ratings. There you go. Done. Let's get into the player ratings. Toto, you wanna go? You wanna start with? Hold on, I'll get this sorted. Karen, talk to the chat, man, if you want, because I just want to get this done.
Yeah, man, people in here. Before we do these player ratings, we've got 5 people in the house. Make sure you smash the likes. Smash the likes, man. It gets the video out there, gets it recommended, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing to support again. Hit the subscribe button as well. Nearly on 4.3k. Let's go hit that subscribe button. The road to 5k is on. So yeah, don't forget to support us. But yeah, man, it's just my overall conclusion is just we need to sell a lot of forwards in the summer. Diaz we need to sell, Jota we need to sell, Nunez we need to sell. Curtis Jones we need to sell. We need to buy a striker, and we've got to buy a backup left winger. We can't deal with this suffering for seasons to come. We can't have Diaz still at the club. We can't have Nunez still at the club. We can't have Jota still at the club. Jota is finished.
No.
He's playing like a 50-year-old. He's finished. He can't run. There's no work rate. There's no pressing.
He's finished. I know he's finished. His legs are gone, man.
Like, who are we going to start up front now? Who are we going to start up front?
Before, like I said, sorry, Toto, for cutting in, yeah. Remember I said before, I kept saying that we need one striker. I think we need two. And I'll repeat myself, but I think we need two strikers. I do.
Yeah.
Not
But-
one. One's not good enough.
But my concern is,
Yeah.
we've got a cup final coming up, yeah? Who are we going to start up front? Who are we going to start up front now?
I think
Yeah.
Gakpo might be back for the cup, so we'll have him on the left.
Yeah,
They'll
but
probably start with Diaz in the middle. You know what he's gonna do? He's got no one left. He's got no one left.
You got Chiesa right there on your bench. Use him. Just use him. Who cares?
That's another thing, Chiesa. Why didn't he bring on Chiesa yesterday? Why didn't he bring Chiesa on yesterday? I would have put Chiesa, yeah. You know what I would have done, yeah? You know, towards the end, if we're not getting no goals, yeah, I would have put Chiesa in the 9. I wouldn't have brought on Nunez. I would have put Chiesa in the 9. You know, about 20 minutes towards the end, put on Chiesa. Because Chiesa can play both sides and he can play the striker as well. I would have put Chiesa on and see what I go on. Because Chiesa, right, the big players turn up in the big games, and I think Chiesa, he's still got gas left. And it's obviously Slot don't favour him because Slot would have played him, innit? He's fit, he's ready to go. I would have put Chiesa in a game like this. I think he would have thrived in a game like this.
Yeah, definitely. I
Big
don't know
up
why
Wanya,
he's not using him.
innit? Go on.
Yeah, what one? Yeah, okay. Big Verge would do better up front, and I completely 100% agree with you because all of them are useless. All of them are useless. You know, they can't finish. They get one on the keeper. Diaz does a little dazzle. They're not going to come front to goals. We could have scored 3. We should have won this game by 3-1 today. 3-1.
Yesterday, man.
Yes, yesterday. We should have won the game 3-1. You know why? You have 3 open chances. Jota had a free header. This guy's over the bar. Virgil had a header, to be fair. No, I can't just not fault Virgil. Virgil had a header. Missed. To be fair, it wasn't an awkward angle, but still missed. Diaz had a chance. Front of goal. 1-on-1 with the keeper. What he doesn't do. He stops, waits, defender's back, chance gone. You can't be you can't be waiting. You can't just be waiting for the defence to come back because the chance will just go just like that. We need to have a striker that's always there at all times. Similar like a Haaland type of striker, always in the middle at all times. No tracking. You know what I don't like? When our strikers track back. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Of course, you need to help in defence, and you know how Slot sets up, yeah. But I would always have a lone striker always there for the poacher. But there's no look. Every time when Robin puts a ball into the box, there's no one there to poach. There's no one there in the middle. There's no centre forward that's going to be there to put the ball away. If there is a centre forward there to put the ball away, it all goes over the bar. So the whole forward needs replacing. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, Toto, man. I feel your frustration, bro. I'm with you on all of it, man. It's one of them, innit? It's one of them. We just gotta suck it up, bro, and move on. And we've got a cup final. We've got a cup final to look at.
Yeah, we better win that.
Huh?
We need to win that.
I know. We've got a cup. I'm just bringing these players.
But the cup final is still going to be a big game. Will our players take the pressure? I want Virgil to gather his troops, right, and get them up to just full mentality. We need our players to have good mentality coming into this Carabao Cup final. We can't be, still down. The players still can't be down. I know the Champions League is a biggest tournament in Europe, yeah. There's pressures on. And if you get taken out like that on penalties, psychological, it damages you. It damages you psychologically. So our players have to be up for that cup final because Newcastle will. Newcastle definitely up.
Yeah, but I know Newcastle's got injuries as well. So they got, I think Anthony Gordon's out. I think Isak's gone is not there either. So they've got a couple of players out. So it's not just us with the injuries, you get me? So I think we can see what happens. I'm confident about that game. Listen, I said to you, Toto, because I don't think we're going to win the Champions League.
Well, it's a vital game. So it's cut. No, it's a vital game.
Why?
To win because we need our players back up to. We need our players to not be psychologically damaged from the Champions League. Yeah, we need them back to full good mentality
Yeah,
again.
but it's a cup final. You think they're going to drop their heads for a cup final?
No, they won't drop the Reds, but
That's
we
what I'm
need
saying.
them.
They'll be up
Need
for
their
it,
heads
man.
up.
They'll be up for it. We got to stay positive. You get me? We're going to be up for it.
Yeah.
We know there's going to be big changes in the summer, regarding a lot of these players. Hopefully, there's a big change in the summer. But I think when you get to a cup final, you're going to be up for it. I was talking to, I was watching an interview by the PSG manager, and he said both of the teams deserve to go through. He said both of them were good. He said Arne Slot said that's the best bit of football he's ever saw in his life. Arne Slot, the way we played yesterday. But he said, look at them there, we fell out. The thing what frustrates me is I never thought we was going to win the Champions League. I never thought the team was good enough. I never thought the team that we got now was not good enough. If you look at the team a few years ago when we had Mane, Firmino, and we had Mo Salah in his prime, when we had the Bobby Firmino as a striker, and we had the famous front three, we had Fabinho in the flipping as a DM, and we had Milner. We know all them mans, yeah? And we had Virgil when he was a bit younger as well. And we had Robbo, a prime Robbo. Now, that team can win the Champions League, which it did. You look at that team from 5 years ago, yeah? And then look at this team, there's a big difference, you get me? In that team, there were winners. You get me? They were winners. You're looking at Mane, one of the best wingers in the world at the time. Looking at flipping Mo Salah in his prime. Bobby Firmino, you get me? Flacco, you get me? You're looking at players like that, yeah, were up for it. Milner, you get me? True leaders. And that's why we won the Champions League with them mans. But these mans, there's not many leaders in the team, you get me? You can look up Virgil, yeah, he's a leader. Salah, he's there. But that's it, really. Look, you got Robbo still going, but he's declining, and he's not the Robbo of 5 years ago. That's just the way it is. That's why when I looked at this team, I thought this team ain't going to win no Champions League. But what hurts me, right? It don't even hurt me. What kind of embarrassing is that we fell at the first hurdle. We fell at the first hurdle. The first knockout stage, we're gone. That's the only thing that killed me. But apart from that, look, we move on. I said to you, Toto, many times on this channel, I repeated myself over and over again. I said to you, yeah? I said to you very clear. I said that the only thing what matters to me is winning the Prem. You get me? I want that Prem. I want that 20th league title. Didn't I say that, Toto, over and over? That's what I said to you. I said I want that Prem. I want the league title, yeah? And that's it. Anything else after that is a bonus.
Yeah.
That's it. So let's move on. Let's start these player ratings. We've got all the players there. Some of them can't fit on the screen. Let me see if I can bring him in more. Here we go. There you go. There you go. Honest lot. La 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 la. So let's go. Let's start with Alisson. What are you giving Alisson?
6. I just think he was partly to blame for the first goal, because Kanate had it covered, and all Alisson went for the same ball, the same player, and then left Dembele free just to run across the wing and just put it in. It's a scrappy goal, but again, you got to take everything you can. I think he was partly to blame, but all game just didn't really think he had nothing to do, really. So I'll say 6.
Regarding Alisson, I don't think there's nothing much you could do for the opening goal. No, the first goal that went in. I don't think there was much you could do. But he was frustrating the PSG forwards, because obviously Ali's the best keeper in the world. Still, to me, he's the best keeper in the world. And there was a lot of one-on-ones he saved. But as for the penalties, I thought he could have done a little bit better in the penalties. I think that one, was it the first penalty when he had his hand on it and he missed it? What was that one? Was that
Vitna.
I thought he should have done better with that penalty.
Yeah, we should have. Should have saved it.
I'm gonna give him a 6. I'll give him a 6.5 like you told her.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. I'll just put the thing there. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. What are you giving Trent Alexander now? Let me check about his injury and see what's going on with his injury.
I don't think he did really nothing wrong. I think he did try. I see work rating him.
Yeah.
He was up the field lots of times. I thought he defended well, especially Barcola. I think he covered him off well. Didn't really intercept the ball, but again, the day, you don't always need to intercept the ball. I'll say 7 for Arnold. I think he did try to get a goal towards the end of the 90 minutes. Nearly scored. You know what? It was going in, you know. He was going in bottom right corner, just hit the post. Donnarumma was just standing there. He didn't know what was going on, trying to hit it and just hit the post. That was so a shame. And then Szoboszlai scored, but then unfortunately, you know, as always, it's offside.
What are you giving Trent?
Trent 7.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was all right, Trent. I think he was defending well during the game. A shame about that injury. We're not sure about the extent of the injury because they're still waiting. I just checked on the website and they're still waiting. Ibra Konate will be fully fit for the Carabao Cup final. So it was a cramp, just so we expected, which I'm so happy. You know what I mean? I'm so happy. Like you said, if Trent ain't playing on Sunday, you can have to put Kwanzaa there in it, I guess. I think Kwanzaa could do a solid job at right back, to be fair. But the key is Konate's gonna be injured. But talking about Trent, I thought he had a decent game. The only thing with Trent, that giveaway in midfield that could have led to Barcelona scoring. Which led to Barcelona scoring, but overall I thought he had a decent game. What did you give him?
7.
Yeah, I'll give him. I don't know about 7. I probably would have gave him a 6, but you could do the 6.5 if you want.
Yeah.
Trent. Bit like Ali, basically, isn't it? So let's go to Ibra Konate. He had a bad game yesterday, didn't he?
No.
I don't think he was the best.
I think the first goal, he was definitely at fault. Yeah. How the hell can you concede a goal like that? I don't know how. We'll get into Virgil later, because I think he's part of the blame as well. Where the hell was he clearing it to? I know he tried his best to get it out of angle. I don't know how. I think all game he did well. Though I thought he was good in the air. He cleared the ball. I think he drive forward really, really well. I thought he played well, Konate. Just the first goal we shouldn't have conceded. He's partly to blame. But I think all game, driving forward, breaking lines, you know, go when he sees that open space in front of him, he's driving forward into that space, respecting the space that he's got, making the most of it so you can get all our players up. Pick the right passes out. I said 7.5. I thought he did well.
You thought Konate got 7?
Yeah, I thought he had a good game. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think he was only at fault for the first goal, but all game he was a warrior.
Fair enough. Yeah, his failure to deal with the Barcelona's cross gifted PSG the opener, yeah? That gifted the opener, so I've got to take at least 3 off his score there. But he was impressive throughout the game. And he was stepping into midfield, if anything. You remember towards the halfway through the game, he was kind of going into midfield to try and press PSG, you get me? Try and put the pressure on them. I think I'm going to give him a 6.5 again. Maybe a 6 because, you know that clearance, he should have cleared it, you get me? And that led to the goal at the end of the day. When the cross come over and he should have got rid of the ball. You know, Ibra's my favourite player, Liverpool, but I got to criticise him, bro. Can't just let him slide. So for me, I'm going to give him a 5.5. For me, Konate, 5.5.
5 point.
Yeah, it's that header, bro. He should have cleared it. Should have got rid of it. That header after corner, that's what led to the goal at the end of the day. I can't just give him a big number, you know. I can't do it, bro. What did you give him? 7.5. We can meet in the middle, so he's going to be... I said 5.5, so he's 6.5 again.
Yeah.
Right. Virgil van Dijk, once again, a commanding presence, would you say, Toto? A commanding presence at the back. Big Verge.
Yeah, I would say that.
His passing lacked the, his precision. His passing weren't up to par yesterday. He commanded the back, but his passing weren't as good as it usually is.
Yeah, I would say that. I just think he was a bit lazy at times, in my opinion. He was very lazy
tired.
at times.
Maybe he was tired.
Yeah, he barely gets rotated, Virgil. Plays almost.
He never gets rotated. This is what I'm talking about. Him and Gravenberch, the two players in Liverpool who gets rotated the least. I think they only got rotated for that one FA Cup game. That was it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, why Arne Slot, couldn't rotate the team when we played the bottom of the table the other day. I just don't understand, because Virgil did look tired, but overall, Virgil, I'm going to give him a 6.5. Virgil van Dijk.
I think I'll push to a 7. I don't think he's on 6.5.
Fair enough. I'll go to a 7.
I thought he was a bit lazy at times, especially the first goal. We should have been there. But you know how Virgil's like, he always plays high at the pitch. And you expect that. But he should still be tracking back. I'll blame that on the track backs, in my opinion. I think... You
just wanted Virgil to take the penalty, didn't you, bro?
Yeah, I wanted to.
If you had your chance, right, you loved that FIFA card, and what was he, a striker?
Yeah. But he should have scored from a corner. It was a free header with Verge. But all game, I thought he was solid, except from the first goal. So I say 7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So let's go on to the next one. Next one is Andy Rubbo. Once again, had all sorts of issues containing PSG intercharging wingers, in my opinion. But he made a nuisance of himself going forward. So again, he struggled a bit when he was defending his side, but going forward, he was a savage. And Rubbo, the declining Rubbo, still trying, doing his bit. We got a 7.5 off Michael Corleone for Virgil.
Yeah, it was wicked.
That's why we gave him a 7. So, I know what you're saying. He was good. Yeah, Andy Robertson, man. Savage going forward. Upsetting Hakima whenever he could. So going forward, he was a savage, but defending not so much. So I'm going to give Robbo the same as Virgil, 7. I'm going to give Robbo a 7. The Scottish Warrior.
Yeah, 7. Up and down the pitch. His crosses were all good as well. I just think no one was there to for service. And we've always been saying this all season. There's no one there. There's no good centre forward that's there at all times. So the crosses were good, but a bit useless at the same time because there was no one there to poach. But it's not his fault. But again, his options are really limited in the second half, in my opinion. I think especially first half, he was so good. Defensively, he was good. Yeah, 7 for Robbo. He gave it all on the line, and I can respect that.
So yeah, Virgil can't be blamed. This is what he rate Bear, basically Michael Corleone. Virgil can't be blamed for us going out at all. 7.5, consistently good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna give 7 for Rabbi. Get him up there. 7. So he's up there with Virgil. So let's go into the midfield players. Gravenberch. For me, he was a lot better than last week. But still not completely back to his best. Ryan Gravenberch. The PSG midfield, boss star midfield yesterday, especially in the extra time. During extra time as well, when we had was it 15 minutes each way?
Yeah.
They bust us. Their midfield is absolutely world class, more or less. But the one thing I say about, I remember they nearly scored PSG and he made a potential block. Remember that block he made? I forgot who he was against now. Against Kraftastalia. Yeah. He made a block that could have went in. So I'm going to big him up for that. Better than like I said, better than last week, but still not back to his best. But he had an okay game. I'm going to give him a 6. Not bad. For Ryan Gravenberch, a 6.
Yeah, Gravenberch weren't bad. I just don't think he was good enough. He was solid, but I just think he was losing his man too much. Too much losing his man in midfield. And this is the problem all game. We just let him run free. Similar to like in the first leg as well, Gravenberch just weren't tracking his man properly. It hasn't been the same Gravenberch for quite some time now, so I hope that doesn't change. Well, I hope it does change. Go back to the old Gravenberch again.
Yeah, he will. He's been played too much.
I'll just say 5. You can see he's tired.
He gave him a 6. I read Bray gave Robbo a 6. Yeah, so a 5. We'll just just give him a 5.5 then if you want. Gravenberch, Gravo. So we got standard. So let's go on to McAllister. For me, I think he held onto the ball too much in parts of the game. They should have released it in the first, especially in the first half. Because he held onto the ball too long, that led to a chance by Dembele. But he was Liverpool's most creative midfielder, McAllister.
McAllister, yeah.
He was definitely a better. He's better than Curtis Jones and all them scrubs. His work rate was fantastic, like it always is. He got booked, which he shouldn't have got booked, in my opinion. No chance. After, yeah. You remember the foul on Dembele as well. But for me, I thought McAllister played all right. He was our best midfielder, and he was a criminal that he got subbed because he's one of our best penalty takers. And honestly, I don't know what he was doing there. Very surprising when I saw that. But look, overall, I thought he had a decent game. So I'm going to give McAllister a 7. I thought McAllister was a 7. Actually, no, I'm going to change it. 6.5.
You can see towards the end of the game, McAllister was getting frustrated.
Yeah. Understandable.
He got a yellow card for chopping down Dembele.
No. I foul on Bele. Bele. There you go. There's the dog again. Big up to the dog.
He made the wrong decision, squaring to Salah in the first half, but I just think he barely lost the ball, in my opinion. Yours picked out the right passes. So yeah, I'll say 6, but nothing further than that.
Oh, you can't write. Yeah. So I'll give him 5.5. 6, 6. A little bit better than Gravenberch. Dominic Szoboszlai. The guy, there's one thing I say about Dominic Szoboszlai. He likes running. Man can't stop running. He kept running till he was taken off, which again was a mistake by Slot when he knew we were probably going to have penalties. And look, he won possession a lot, for our team to go upfield. Or also, he was carrying a real threat going forward towards the goal.
In my opinion.
But we knew what was going to happen. He looked like it was, but we knew what was going to happen. He was going to get the ball and he was either going to pass to Salah or maybe Diaz. He was never going to pass to Nunez because he doesn't trust Nunez, that in my opinion. But overall, Dominic Szoboszlai, if I'm going to mark him at being an athlete, I'm going to give him a 10. But as for playing football yesterday, on and off, I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. No more.
To say, he did drive forward well, but
yeah. You know what? I'm going to give him a 6.
He did drive forward well. Did break a couple of lines. His work rate was good, but again, just weren't good enough. I think, like I said, as an athlete, the way he got no lungs, man. He can run forever. But look, I think towards the end of the second half, he dropped off a lot. He wasn't really offering so much in attack like he was in the first half. Gotta say 6.5.
I rate Bear says 5.5. Let's put him at 6.
Yeah.
So the next one, let's go into our strikers. We know where this is going. We know where this is going.
Curtis Jones.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do Curtis Jones. Did he start Curtis
Oh
Jones?
no, he got subbed.
Nah, we'll get to the subs in a minute. Let's start with our attacking players. Diogo Jota.
0.
For me, he didn't do anything. That miss was absolutely embarrassing. That miss that he had, he just went wide. It was just embarrassing. Big up to the dog them. Yeah, so yeah, it was embarrassing. Diogo Jota, that miss yesterday. He looks like he's coming to the end of the road of his Liverpool career. And yeah, he wasn't that good yesterday. So I'll give Jota a... So Jota is getting a whatless.
For me, 0.
Yeah, 0. That's a whatless.
Not enough good. Not enough work rate. No demand.
It's coming to the end of his career, isn't he, at Liverpool? You can see that.
His intensity, physical levels was crap. Just weren't good enough. So 0.
So, I don't know where the next one's going as well. Diaz. Yeah, I sent you a message on WhatsApp.
Just my opinion, just weren't good enough. Weren't good enough in my opinion. Just wasteful down the left wing. Just wasteful down the left wing. In my opinion, I just don't think he offered anything. Anything. He didn't offer anything down that left-hand side. There was no. I know he tried with his one-on-ones. I know he did.
Not good enough.
He did try to make something. But yeah, just had a chance in front of goals.
Not good enough. Very simple.
Always trying to square it to Salah. What the hell are you doing? Just take the goal. It's a 0 for me.
Yeah, Luis Diaz, as usual, typical Diaz. He comes out, runs with the ball, dribbles with the ball, dribbles 8 times, 9 times, 10 times, when all he's got to do is either square it or put it in the back of the net. But he wants to do lucha, do the little di, and then at the end of the day, amount to nothing. So Diaz, for me, he's getting a 0.
He deserves less than a 0. Minus a million deserves.
Yeah, see you later. You know what we're gonna do? The lot. I think we should add another one. You know, at the bottom. You know, when we got whatless. You know, we should have at the bottom.
Ghost.
The sewers.
Yeah, the sewers. Yeah.
The sewers. So let's move on to the next one. The subs. Quansah, for me, he took over. For me, I'm gonna say Quansah now. I thought Quansah played good. Went in right back, solid, nearly scored, hit the post. That would have been a great achievement for, you know, when the cross come over, he hit the post. I can't believe I thought Quansah was going to score. He come on, looked solid at the back, short at the back. He looked really good. And he was there. Went there through the normal time. Came on in normal time and came off for Trent. Obviously, Trent was injured. Yeah, man, he was solid. He was solid in right back, and I think he's obviously going to be used in the Carabao Cup final because I don't think that Trent's going to be there. I don't think he's going to be. They're still waiting word. They're still waiting for the new, but I don't think he's going to be there. I'm just looking at these pictures that are on this at the moment. But from yesterday, and it looked like he was crying. It really gutted. I could see his face. But it is what it is, isn't it? We're right. So Quansah, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Quansah did amazing.
That's what I said, 7 out of 10. That's
right. Yeah, I know. I think as soon as he's moved on to this new right back position, he's been playing absolutely amazing. Not so much centre back, because centre back I think he was lacking a bit. But as soon as Slot started trying this new right back position, covering off for Trent, it was wicked. Absolutely amazing. Going down our left flank, he's got pace as well on him. As a centre back, he's of course centre back can be fast, but he's got pace on him. He nearly scored as well. Hit the post, forced the corner, but again, there's quick intensity, just in there straight away. So 7.
Yeah, Quansah same, got 7 as well. So we all agreed on that. Quansah was solid, man. Darwin Nunez replaced Jota. struggled to make an impact. That's been his season, really, isn't it? Scored 6 or 7 goals in all competitions. Anyway, Darwin Nunez for me getting a 0 as well. I can't say anymore. The evidence is, the proof is in the pudding. He's getting a 0.
Yeah, so.
Let's move on to Cody Gakpo. No, Curtis Jones came on for McAllister at the start of extra time. I just don't understand why Arnie Slot took off McAllister for Curtis Jones.
Play for the under 21.
When we should have knew that most likely we was going to penalties. He took off. Are you sure that he's watched McAllister play take penalties? He must have not done his homework, bro. Because if he knew that properly, it doesn't make no sense. You get me? It just does not make sense why he took him off anyway. Curtis Jones came on for McAllister at the start of extra time. And really never done nothing. Got caught in possession a lot of the time while he was on. And it wasn't a big shock to me that he missed the penalty. He's what it is, isn't it? So I'm going to give him a 0 as well.
Yeah, 0.
And people should. And by the way, people should keep the same energy as well. I see Darwin Nunez getting ridiculed online, personally, which I do not condone on this channel. Me and Toto do not condone violence towards people and threats towards anybody. We do not condone this on our channel. Okay, we do not condone it. And for you to go after someone personally with the family and the kids is out of order. If you want to say to him he's not good enough for the football club, you're not happy with him, that's fair enough. But going after his family, nah. But I don't see that people do that with Curtis Jones, especially the Scouser fans. That's all I'm saying. The Liverpool fans. I'm on the ones that are from Liverpool. I don't see none of them yet. The ones with big platforms. I don't see none of them talking about Curtis Jones, how bad he was yesterday. They're just talking about Nunez. Nunez and Curtis Jones both missed penalties yesterday. It wasn't just Darwin Nunez. Curtis Jones missed as well. That's all I'm saying. Keep the same energy. But as for going after people personally about with the family and that, I don't condone that on this channel. That's where you go over the top. Then it's not football. So keep it football. Keep it sports. There you go, cheesy. So, So we got Curtis Jones there. 0. Yeah. We're going to get a basement man because he would have been going in there as well. The basement. Not the basement, the flipping, the sewers. That's it, sewers, man. That's it. So the next one is Cody Gakpo for me. Gakpo should never even came on. He come on, he wasn't even fit. He wasn't even match fit. He come on 10 minutes into the extra time, but didn't look fit. He looked gassed up within 5 minutes. So Cody Gakpo, I'm not even going to mark him. Harvey Elliott came on and took off and they took off Szoboszlai because Szoboszlai was finished and running up and down the pitch all day. Was finished. So they took off Szoboszlai, brought on Curtis Jones, but he was unable to repeat last week's magic. But he come on, he was all right. So I'm not really going to mark him as well.
Yeah.
He didn't have long enough. Endo, I'm not really going to mark Endo. Subbed him on, injured Konate, had to play alongside Virgil. The final 10 minutes again, not going to mark him. Let's go on to Arnie Slot. Arnie Slot for me. Before we go. Nobody beat Kwanzaa one-on-one. Yeah, no. Kwanzaa was solid, man.
Yeah, he was
we'll
solid.
talk about Cage in a minute. What was you going to say, Toto?
No, I said Kwanzaa was solid.
Go on, I'm going to give you Mr. Cue Ball himself. Go ahead. Go on. The manager Toto.
Manager. I thought he did well. I just think the subs were bad. The wrong penalty lineup as well. But the players let him down. He was doing so well. Defensively, he was good. But just it's just the players just let him down. It's the players. That's all it is. It's the players, right? They didn't deliver. They weren't clinical in front of goals when they had the chance. Especially Diaz, when he had that one-on-one chance. Weren't clinical. I'm just like, he starts getting frustrated. You can tell he's getting frustrated. Hopefully, he motivates him to, suggest more players to the owners, because I don't know what these owners are doing.
No, scrub.
Yeah, 7 for Slot. Just the players let him down.
I'm not giving him 7. Sorry. he's getting at least, he's going to be going in the wasteman category, in my opinion.
Slot.
I think he made the biggest mistake yesterday. Slot made big mistakes yesterday. It goes back to the Southampton game. I'm going to be honest. Slot's a manager. Slot, I love Slot, and I'm going to back him all the way. But on this one, I can't, because you can't give him a 7 after what he done yesterday. There's no way you could give him a 7 after what he did yesterday. I agree with you. He's not going on the pitch and playing football. He put the team out there. But where he made the mistake made was on Saturday when he played Liverpool, the more or less the full team, against a team who was bottom of the table, Southampton. There was no need to play our full team. There was no need to play Salah. There was no need to play Virgil. There was no need to play McAllister. There was no need to play Gravenberch. What was the point of playing all these players, in a league against a team that eventually we was going to win, What was the point of playing them players against them, the full team against bottom of the table? It was pointless. That's where he made the mistake right there. Now, what he should have done is put the scrubs on, rotate, and if he was in trouble, then bring him on and finish the game off. That's what he should have done. But obviously, he's looking at the league, and he wants the league more. I think league's his main priority, which it should be. But he knew that we had a big game on Tuesday against PSG. PSG rested all their players. They played their second team on Saturday in the French league. We played our full team. What was he thinking? So there, he's getting points docked straight away. Yesterday, it was towards the end of the game. He knew potentially we're going to have penalties. He took off our 3 best penalty takers. He took off Szoboszlai, he took off McAllister, and he took off Diaz. 3 good penalty takers. And who did he replace him with? Darwin Nunez and Curtis Jones. Think about it. There's no way he's getting a 7 for me. I'm sorry. For me, honestly, yesterday, he's getting a 4. He's not going to get a 0. He's going to get a 4. He's in that wasteman category just because of them subs. And he should have rotated the team more against Southampton on Saturday. There's no way that's an instant a 0 for me. That is no good. He knew we had PSG. He knew that they never played their full team on Saturday because they've got scouts. They've got people that he knows. He watches TV. He knows who they was playing. Yeah. He knew who they were playing. And who did we play? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to play our full squad. We're going to play our full squad so they don't get a rest. So when we play PSG on Saturday and on Tuesday, we'll be good. No way. No good. Not good enough. Not good enough. But for me, Slot's going to get a 4. And I think Slot, if Slot was here now, Slot, when he went home that night and he sat at his house and he was thinking on his own, I know he was thinking in his head, you know what? Maybe I should have rotated more on Saturday. You get me? Because all our players today look knackered. Absolutely knackered. Jota was knackered. McAllister looked tired. Szoboszlai was wrecked at the end. He should have rotated. And that's just my opinion. So I'm going to give Arnie Slot a 4.
Yeah.
I'm not giving a 7, man. No way.
Yeah, I'll say 6. I'll drop down to 6.
All right. So I'm sticking him in 4 still. I'm going to keep him in 4. There's no way. It should have. That was the biggest mistake. Playing your full team, more or less, against Southampton, bottom of the table, and then taking off your 3 best penalty takers 10 minutes towards the end of the game. That's silly. Didn't make sense. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm big up to Slot. I'm more supporting Slot. But when he does wrong, I have to pull him up on it, because if we don't, we're just going to come across, they're just Slot lovers. I don't want that for our channel, you get me? This is our channel, bro. And when someone does something wrong, I will criticize them. Look at Konate. Konate is my favourite Liverpool player, but if he does something wrong, I will criticize him. Because if we don't criticize him, we're not real, bro. And you know our channel is authentic and real. But anyway, big up to everybody who joined us today. We're back on the chat screen now, bro. So, you're back on the chat screen, so. Your final thoughts?
Look, my final thoughts on it, when he plays gone in the summer.
Yeah.
Certain players.
Who do you want to see go?
Nunez, Jota, Jones, and Diaz, all forward and gone. Get the money, get a striker, get a new DM, get a left back. That's what we need. Because I've been calling for a DM for years. I know we've got Endo, which is a good signing, but we need another DM. New left back, get rid of Tsimikas. Get rid of Jota, get a new striker in there. Maybe 2 if you want, but we need a backup right winger as well. But I don't, because I'm really saying that. I know we've got Chiesa, I don't know how Slotty's going to use Chiesa. So, but maybe next season he'll use him, but I don't know if he's ever going to play for Liverpool.
All right, Bear said, can we have an opinion on the Chiesa situation, what you just said? Yeah, I think Chiesa, I think he will play for Liverpool next season. I think it was kind of unfortunate when he came to our club. I think he was partly injured when he came to our club. He didn't have no season preparation with Juventus. He didn't have no preparation with Liverpool. He came in with a bit of an injury. He wasn't fit. He didn't train for a long time, so he had to get into the team. He had to train with the under-21s, and you got to think about it. Look, he's playing on the right-hand side. I know we can play as a striker as well, and I know we can play on the left. So looking at it now, maybe Slot doesn't rate him. I don't know. Because as I look at it, yeah, it's not like people can say, oh yeah, but he plays on the right. Mo Salah's playing good. They're not going to take off Mo Salah. He can play in the middle as well. He can actually play as a 10. He's played as a 10 before. So he can play as a 10. He can play as a striker. He can play left wing, and he can play right wing. So that's 4 positions in football where Chiesa can play. And when you can play in 4 positions in football, yeah, he should have got a game by now. Yeah, innit? He should have got a game. Yeah. Now, yesterday's game, I would have brought on Chiesa. I wouldn't have brought on Nunez. I would have done. I would have started with Nunez and then bring on Chiesa. I wouldn't have started on Jota. Jota's been stinking up the house for how long? You get me? So a game like yesterday, Chiesa could have been on it. But look, answering your question, Marco Corleone, I think Chiesa will be there next season. I think he's a good player, and I think he's going to have a full pre-season next season. He's going to be ready, and if next season it doesn't work out, then they'll probably move him on at the end of next season. But I think he's warranted another chance, because they gave Nunez 3 years and he didn't work out, did he? So, and Chiesa is better than Nunez, so we need to get Chiesa going. Give him a chance at least. Give him another year and see what I go on in it. I think Liverpool will give him another chance. Like I said, they gave Diaz 3. They gave Nunez 3 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the end of the review. The final whistle. Yeah, Liverpool versus PSG. Liverpool crash out on the first hurdle, and we're just moving on, man. I said to Toto, and I said to a few other people, I don't think we're gonna win. I never thought we was gonna win the Champions League. I thought we probably would have got to the quarters, and if we got to the semi, that would have been a bonus. Just because of the team that we've got and the lack of rotation that we've got in the team, I don't think we was gonna win the Premier League, win the Cup, and win the Champions League. I just don't think it was gonna happen. This team is just not good enough. We've got some old school players in there, but we ain't got no winners. We ain't got many winners left. Salah is a winner. Yeah. Virgil van Dijk is a winner. Trent on his day is a winner, but there's not many left. Mane's gone. Flacco's gone. Bobby Firmino's gone. They've all gone. So a lot of these players, as you can see, are bottle jobs. I'm not including McAllister in there. I'm not including Gravenberch in there. And I'm not including Gakpo in there. But apart from that, a lot of them are scrubs. And we've just got to admit it to ourselves. I said at the beginning of the season, I think we need a striker. I think we need 2 strikers. Because I think Jota will be going. I think Nunez will be going. So that's 2 players right there going to be going. And we might have to look at another winger, because Diaz is not the guy. Don't care if anybody agrees with me or not. That is my opinion, and it's been my opinion for 2 years, and I'm sticking to it. But we're going to be heading off. I'm going to say goodbye. We'll be back tomorrow. It's, what is it? Probably tomorrow or Friday. We're going to be doing the player lineup for the FA Cup. It's probably going to be tomorrow. We've got an F1 video coming tomorrow as well. F1 tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the season starts on Friday. We're going to be talking about our opinions on the season going forward. F1 is back. Yo! But anyway, see you later, guys. Big up to the man them. Big up to the woman them. Boom.
And went off on Nunez.